Good afternoon, Kingsborough. Hi, I'm your host, Jaheim Wallace. I'm joined by the multi-talented photographer, editor, director, and student, Kyle Byron. Hi,
Hi.
how are you, bro?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Of course, bro. I just wanted to get into a little bit of your background and like just your upbringing. So could you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. I was born in Brooklyn, Crown Heights specifically. Um, I was growing up with my brother, my two Trinidadian parents. So, Caribbean parents can be a lot.
Right. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about like that experience. Like even just like I know we touched on before, like hard working and then just that ideology.
Yeah. I it was a lot, but it was worth it because it really instilled like the idea of, you know, always gotta stay productive. You can't stay at home, do nothing. So that worked out really well for me in school and life. Always found like a hobby to do, something to keep busy. Growing up, I was also competitive a lot, especially with my brother.
Right.
So, yeah,
Nah, definitely. Nah, this them core values of just working hard and like just being driven is really something like that's really necessary now today because just getting money just nowadays you just need that. It's in like in everything almost. The thing I wanted to talk about was your photography, bro. I heard you're really talented. I just wanted to know like what made you get into that lane.
um, like what really inspired me first and foremost was my childhood photos. My mom collected like a whole lot of photos, like bags worth. You just go in the closet, see bags of childhood photos,
That's nice.
and I always like seeing like memories in the forms like photographs. So you can just look on it, like, oh yeah, I remember this, or
Right.
this is how it used to look, blah blah. Blah. And that really inspired me to like capture every moment that I do,
Right.
be it with like friends or family.
Nah, it really encapsulates a moment in time. Speaking of which, we have like a photo we wanted to present. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that photo. That guy looks oddly familiar in that
Yeah.
photo. I wonder who that second person is, but yeah, can you just touch on that?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think it was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, somewhere around
Yeah.
there.
That was our first official photo shoot.
Right.
It was pouring rain and we was in Dumbo.
Yeah.
You just, you hit me up, he's like, hey, you want to take pictures? I was like, yeah, sure. That's when I first got my second Polaroid actually.
Hmm.
I just wanted to test it out and you allowed me to take creative freedom with that, so.
Nah, 100%. I
Yeah.
mean, hey, bro, I was just the canvas basically. You did it came out great. I don't know if they could tell from that photo specifically,
Yeah.
but yeah, but it came out pretty nice. The environment was definitely a challenge, but
Hmm.
we worked around it and did an amazing job. Speaking of which, what like speaking of your art and stuff like that, what basically like inspires you, or who or what inspires you to do all these things like directing? Because I know you have a few short films, or just even like any talent that you have. Like what really like drives you in a way? What did have you seen to really like
Hmm. I would like to say first, my first answer is friends and family, my community. I always want to like put something out there that I can call like mines. For creative or artistic inspiration, I would say artists such as like Donald Glover, because multi-talented.
for sure?
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar, Day Free, their music videos are always like have meaning to it,
Dope.
and yeah. Even local talent too. Fugazi artists on Instagram,
Right.
amazing artist, rapper, singer.
For sure. Nah, speaking of artists, we had a different photo that we wanted to show you about like another artist that we think you might like.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so you wanna basically like elaborate on that, or like what like draws you to a photo like that, or even like talk about it.
That photo, that's a singer from, her name is Orion's Son, and the song is called Already Gone.
Dope.
And I love that photo because it's a double exposure, which is like something on film. You take one photo and you layer it on top of another photo.
Hmm.
That's very hard to do in my opinion.
Facts. Nah, it's very technical.
Mhm.
Especially being like in like the media arts program.
Yeah.
Like we be around cameras every day, and we go over the working and stuff like that. But it's definitely like seeing like the different types of cameras, the different type of exposures, and just the the technical aspect behind it is really
Yeah.
something beautiful when it comes together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, I just wanted to touch on basically like what you're studying now,
Mm-hmm.
and like basically like what you're going for in school, and like what's your outcome and what's your ideal lifestyle look like.
What I'm studying right now, studying psychology. I'm not really like on a specific path for now, but I know I either want to do either child care in schools, working with families, so like I can help essentially a community is what I really want to do. But I want to start off with child care, then work my way up to like adults even, to like help people in more specifically my community. I want to start there and then branch out.
Right.
But I'm looking to like either get my master's or a PhD and just do that to help people. Yeah.
Go for it, bro. What really like instilled these values of like helping people, or just like what have you seen to where it's like, you know what, I have something in me that I could really like, you know, help the world with, or you know, be a little bit more charitable, because oftentimes people just, you know, they go for college and it's like, yo, what's gonna give you the most money? But you're actually trying to, you know, do something that you love and give back.
What actually inspired me is my dad. Every year for his birthday, we go out and we feed the homeless people. Like, he doesn't do it for no press or anything. He just does it because he wants to.
Real.
And that's like very inspirational. Second, of my community, I feel like we can each benefit each other with more help. And my friends too, like they showed me, even personally you, the middle school, we hung out each day, helped each other.
We did.
So yeah, that like really inspired me to like help people. I wouldn't say change, but like help people in need who don't have it at the moment.
100%. Nah, definitely, like, especially like our time in middle school, it was like a growing process, and just thinking about like, you know, how much I've grown from just that time alone, and you just being there to just, you know, guide me in a way towards like, yo, I really had somebody that I could call my brother to rely on, was definitely dope. But that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for tuning in today's broadcast on Kingsborough Focus. We had a very insightful chat with our guest, Kyle Byron. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. That was dope, bro.